Let me officially make it clear now that Reno Omokri has gone mad. Arabag as that guy. He's mad already. Because the video I won't give you now, only a mad person can answer like Reno in that video. They won't even pay me, pastor. This guy go to talk rubbish. You go to tell people, fast check me, fact check me. Fact check me. You go they spill nonsense, you go still get the confidence. They tell us to make we go fact check you. This issue of say Tinubu and the government don't meet their revenue target for this year, and they are still borrowing. Reno was on national TV. They asked him, why is this government still borrowing? Baba open mouth, wow, they talk rubbish. Nonsense, rubbish. Make you know be like how they rubbish the guy. Because I don't like him. I like him, but I hate his personality. I hate the things where they talk. I hate him. I not just hate. I like him as a person. But I like him as a person. I hate his personality. Maybe something better. I like him with the love of God. I love him with the love of God. But the things where him they do, his hypocrisy, his two-faced, I hate it. And I don't like what I hate. And I don't hate what I like. Yeah, I get it. Make we go straight now. Make we hear the rubbish way from this guy mouth come out. As he take touch, say, Tinubu don't meet the revenue target, but he is still borrowing. Watch the video.
Now, Dino Melaye said, well, let me start from the premise that the president said they've achieved their revenue target. And people have questioned that really, you know, from non-oil things, you know. He's actually, but then...
Non-oil sector.
Non-oil sector, thank you. But then some are questioning this administration and questioning that statement. Dino is one of them. He said the president committed a monumental, before I go to that, let me say, he said the president committed a monumental error that without even getting into the office, he removed subsidy without planning, without sedatives, like you give people when you want to, like when I removed my teeth, they had to give me a sedative. It had to die. I didn't know they were taking it out. You know, that's why Nigeria is where it is today. Nigerians are happy and there's hunger in the land. That's what Dino said. And of course, he talked about the borrowing. If you've achieved your revenue target, why are you still borrowing?
Okay, well, I'm here today, right, with documents from the Debt Management Office. And Nigerians who are watching me, they can go to dmo.gov.ng and they can verify by themselves. You can actually do that. I see that laptop is enabled with the internet. When President Jonathan handed over to General Buhari on May 29, 2015, this is how much Nigeria was owing: $63 billion. $63 billion. I don't know if your camera can capture it. It's right there. $63 billion. Now, go on. When General Buhari was handing over to President Bola Tinubu on May 29, 2023, this is how much Nigeria was owing. Doubled. It went from 63 billion to 113 billion. As I'm talking to you today right now, and people at home can fact check me, they can go on the internet and then go on Google and say, how much is Nigeria's total debt? Our total debt is now 149 trillion naira, which when you put it in dollar terms is $97 billion. So our debt under President Tinubu has actually reduced. It's a function of ignorance to come here.
No, you're talking about debt. We're talking about the fact that it's borrowing. For example, the government wants to borrow $1.75 billion in loans expected to be approved by the World Bank before the end of this year. Also, the House of Reps has approved President Bola Tinubu's request for an additional $347 million loan under the federal government's 2025-26 external borrowing plan. The Senate also is approving President Tinubu's $21 billion external borrowing plan. Why are we borrowing if you've met your revenue target?
Let me explain that. Now, if you give me time and don't interject, I'll explain that. What the Senate approved is a medium-term expenditure framework. A medium-term expenditure framework is like a line of credit from a bank. So, for example, maybe your bank gives you a line of credit for about $1 million. You don't necessarily take $1 million. You can draw $50,000. You can draw $100,000. So, in 2013, President Jonathan had an MTEF where the total borrowing plan was $25 billion. I was a spokesman in that administration. President Jonathan did not borrow up to 25% of that. In 2020, General Buhari had an MTF of $28.2 billion. He didn't borrow up to 40% of that. The MTF is not a figure for the federal government. It's a conglomeration of all of the states, the 36 states, and the federal government, their borrowing plan. And it is not money that they will borrow. It's money that they can borrow. Now, to put it in plain terms, Nigeria is borrowing, but Nigeria is also paying back loans. And we are paying
at a great cost.
Excuse me. We are paying back loans at a faster rate than we are taking loans. And then these loans that you're talking about, like the World Bank loans and then some of these other loans, these are loans that any government will be unwise not to take. Because I'll give you an example. The U.S. Federal Reserve
Before
Bank,
you give me the example, just add this because we don't have time. Economists who should know are warning that the rising loan pipeline could deepen fiscal pressures if not matched with stronger domestic revenue mobilization, which is where the problem is, and prudent expenditure management. Some have wondered why more loans when you say you have higher revenues. Sort of double speaking, I mean, from the government.
No, that's not double speaking. I mean, you're talking about economists. Are these economists that you mentioned, these unnamed economists, is any of them better than a first-class Harvard graduate in economics, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, my friend, who came to Nigeria and said that the president has stabilized the economy?
She had to rework that statement.
She didn't rework that statement. Please, can I let me land, please? And are any of them better than the governor of Anambra State, a former CBN governor, a first-class in economics from the University of Nigeria, who said the same thing? And look, listen, Nigeria's debt has reduced by 17 billion under this president. How is he able to do that? It's because of prudent management of resources. I'm going to give you a very good example. For the first time in, this is over a decade, Nigeria is now overshooting her OPEC quota. So we have an OPEC quota of 1.5 million barrels per day. We are doing 1.7 million barrels per day. Of course, but when we are having that, we're going to meet our revenue target. But it doesn't mean that when the World Bank gives you a loan of zero interest, that you're not going to take it, because the interest rate right now in the United States, it's because the Fed just reduced it, it's 4.25, and then you have a World Bank giving you a loan of zero to, very little interest rate. Every government will take that loan. It doesn't mean that you have not met your revenue target.
You hear them? Because add 1 and 2 together, then 3 and 4 together. With what this guy talk, does it make sense? Does it make sense? You have met your revenue target, and you are still, even if I had to crown it up, he say the kind of money they give them, so no government can refuse it because it comes with low interest. Interest is interest. If I have met my revenue target, I have enough money. The day am I under a cost to go and borrow? Must I borrow? Must I borrow? Even if the interest rate is 0. Must I borrow? So if anything now goes wrong tomorrow, I will not be able to pay, even with the interest rate being at 0. The country where they give you the loan, I be the institution, whether na World Bank or America or UK or even China, where they give you the loan at a very minimal interest. It's they don't know, they don't know what they do. It's how my hand. Okay, money is not important to them. You say no government can reject that kind of line. We have met our revenue target. Tinubu has reduced our loan by $17 billion. And he's borrowing. We are paying faster than we are borrowing. It's all right. Oh yeah. If you not see this guy, anywhere when I see this, when I catch him, turn your chain. This guy has gone mad. Arab guy. He's I don't know. We have noticed you. The government have noticed you too. But they don't want to give you anything. Uzuike. Zuwanike. Oh, you don't want to rest. Rest in Jesus' name. Okay, here we are. The same government that you castigated. Finished up. Drug cartel. Drug government. Drug this. Check me. The same government now, you are doing everything to please. And they have refused to recognize you, give you appointment. You can have a leka. Must you be in government? Okay, say social media commentator, the activist, brand ambassador. Okay, he say he be highest earner from Africa on YouTube, not YouTube, but Twitter. That is now X. He go rest. First class guy from Harvard. He said the economy has stabilized. Hey, that's Soludo. First class guy. UN said the economy has. I go sooner later.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.